Alright, what's up YouTube? We're back with a video. I think I'm always gonna hold the title of the most hated player in chromehounds, because literally that's what it was on how much of a sweater individually I was. Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to tell you guys a story about an individual that used to play that game that literally kicked me from every fucking free battle lobby that I tried to join. He would kick me out consistently every single time after a specific thing that we did to him on this game. Now, if anyone don't know who that is, he was part of the Wonder Bread squad and he was called Get Some Business, yeah, or Get Some. He used to play with his son. You know, I kind of guessed that he might have been a guy that was overweight or took, not a very good, like the certain people, when I say like someone's fat and they're overweight, like they have disregard for the way that they look or, their personal appearance. Like if you're happy with being fat, then, don't take offense when someone says, yo, you're a fat cunt, blah, 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 because that's how the UK is. The UK is a very, what's it called, a brutal nation, right? It's just... So, I'm going to get into the story about why he would never, ever play with me in a free battle, right? Now, so, there's an individual that is playing chromehounds right now that does not like, really fucking hates this way of winning the game, right? Now, the reason why I am making this kind of as well is, when these guys who were developing the game, if Sega don't shut it down, because, that's an option, right? Sega could force them to shut it down. The idea of war, when war is there, if there's an active like 2,000, 3,000, even like 4,000, 5,000 players a day, this will get to the point where no matter what, there is somebody that does not like somebody on the enemy team or enemy war, and this will exactly get to the point of on how I was on this game, of being kicked off, free battles. Every free battle you join, you kick off. The only time that I could actually play a free battle was when I actually used to host my own, or it was someone that I knew that was hosting the free battle. Like, I think Lightning Hyro had a video on YouTube of him killing me once in his on his stream, like his YouTube video, right? Props to the guy. I know he didn't used to like me, but you know what? I'll still say, yo, Lightning Hyro was a good player regardless. Like, if this guy ever returns to the game, it is what it is. We had a big bitch battle back in the day, but it's a fun competitive game. But there's some individuals that take it too seriously when they lose. It's like a fucking addiction, right? Now, me, I was a fucking sweater. The reason why I got known so well on this game very fast is because I used to run 1v1s. And I used to demote people. That's what I used to do. You know what I mean? And I used to play Mobius, and Mobius was like, yo, come join ACV. I was like, look, I play with you, bro. You're gonna lose people in your squad, right? And it happened. It actually happened, and he knows it did. Like, if Mobius ever comes back to this game, he will be someone that be like, yo, this guy's still around. Like, bomb, he'll probably chat to me and shit. Now, check this one. So the reason why I wanted to get into this story about Get Some Business, right? The reason why Get Some Business and the Wonder Bread crew never used to like me on the game is because I used to play with an individual that we used to change our fucking names. I had like 7, 8 Xbox accounts. I ended up having like 4 Xboxes. I ended up burning out 7 consoles from literally doing like 18-hour stay-ups on this game and fucking smashing it all day. That's how literally I got actually God tier on it. And I knew that every item that you tested and the way you could test the hand, like, the Stuart cockpit. The Stuart cockpit can take more CE damage with CE weapons than the Farasha pit, right? Which has a higher CE durability, which it's not true. So for anyone that wants to sit there and debate that, go test it. Go test it yourself, right? So anyway, Get Some Business. We'll get back to the story. I kind of went off a little bit and how he used to have a son on this game, right? And he used to kick me out of his free battles as well. So when I used to play war, and I only used to play hounds. I used to play hounds only. I was a guy, sweater, I'm killing you. This is the way that, this is the power of the winning. That's just the scorpion the scorpion trait in me, yeah, is to fucking make sure you lose by dying by hounds, right? And that's the way I always used to play. And when I used to play with Goonie in ACV, he used to say to me, you know, you should bring a hound realistically that you can kill the base in case they run away. And I used to say, oh, fuck that, man, I'm killing them. Yeah, that's how I'm playing. So this is why Goonie knew how to beat me in the war. And we used to message each other saying, yo, GG, man, good game. Never hold bad feelings against Goonie because, you know, I played with him. He's a respected individual, right? So get some business. We used to play against the Wonderbreds, and we used to play against them a man down, maybe 2 man down, and we always used to win. We had such a streak against them that we probably was like 100 games winning against them. And I played against, right, there's a map, right, and it's a desert map, and I can't remember exactly which one it is, right? Now, you start on one side of the map, your base is like behind like a hill mound. And on the other side of the map, there's like a fucking, like a ridge that's through the middle of the map. So you can either rush them up the hill, which is, you know, like, it's a very difficult map to play. You need to like range it with howitzers to get them to splash on top of the hill. And then the splash damage will then fucking rip the guns off of the individual, forcing them to fall back. And then there's like a hill at the top of the fucking map, right, which you can like go on and look off and then snipe as they're running from their like base. So I decided after beating him like 3-4 games in a row and taking his colonel merit, you know, after having like, what was my merit in the game? Like, I think I had about 700,000 merit on colonel. Like, on one of my accounts. On my original account, I had 700,000. I had probably more than 1 million points in this game. Like, I had more than 1,000,000 points over the amount of accounts that I had on the game, right? Way over 1 million colonel points. I even fucking demoted a guy playing against him because he thought graphics could beat me in 1v1s. I used to smoke him and demoted him. And then he was in the free battles and he'd always kick me out. So we was on this map, and I said to my mate, I goes, yo, do you want to do something different instead of fucking killing him, right? I goes, let's fucking pile him, dude. Let's go, like when the piles are on the video, BAH! Like this, yeah? BAH! Behind his base, right? We fucking flew behind his base, and when we got there, listen, we was like, yo, did he see us? Did he see us? Did he see us? Did he see us? Did he see it in private chat with them little shitty Xbox headsets, yeah? But when we got the Astros and we was playing with Astros, right? Astros are the sickest headset ever, bro. Like, they're so good, right? And you can hear the fucking hounds on, like, the other side of the wall. And you're like, yo, you're not even on the radar. And you can hear them on the sand and shit, yeah? And he's like, this guy has no fucking idea where we are right now, yeah? So we get, as soon as we get behind his base, oh my God, we was absolutely fucking howling with laughter. We was like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. We was absolutely, this is what created the addiction, right? The addiction to having the fucking most fun dropping this guy's base, right? So we fucking pile him, and we drop his base, and we're like 4 shots in, yeah, and his base fucking drops. This guy sends me a message, sends me a voice chat, sends me a fucking voice message, being, you know, fucking dickhead, blah de blah. You know, I'd love to have my old Xbox console, man. Like, if I had my old Xbox console and be able to sign in and retrieve all the messages, like the amount of messages that I used to have from individual chromehounds players that used to get so fucking mad when they used to lose by the base, right? I can remember when we had the Atmosphere squad, and Atmosphere, the squad had 1,000 something wins, right? And it had like 10 losses, because you could see the win rate. And I would get like so many people applying to join to that squad, I would always just click decline. Till I let one guy in. I let one guy in before, and I was like, oh, you know what? You're not good enough to be in here right now. Come back when, you know, you reach the colonel rank. Now, the individual will know who I'm talking about, you know, if he watches this video, right? And that's what I did. I gave him a load of parts. I sent him on his way. I said, yo, here's a couple of builds. Come back when you're a colonel and we'll run games with you, right? And we'll see if you're any good. So we used to run games with him, and he used to play. He was like, well, it's ACV, you playing? We'll play it 2v3 if you want. Like, we're not bothered, right? Because we were good at the game. We used to play 2v6 versus my Dicks in Your Girl squad, if anyone remembers them, right? We used to run 2v6 versus them players. We were like so good. Like, they weren't even noobs either. They were like fucking, all those guys were colonel ranks. And because you destroyed certain specific individuals on the game, they would constantly kick you out of the free battle. And even my mate from America, like, he literally said, like, bro, you have got so many people that don't like you on this. And I guess, well, it is the way it is. That's why when I joined their Discord chat and I was like, bro, what's your gamer tag? What squad are you from? Blah, de blah. Like, yo, who are you? I want to know who you are. Right? Because I know that, like, the level of toxicity in the game was, like, mega. It was mega, but it will never change. It would have never changed. You cannot... Donald Trump is a toxic individual, yeah? People call him a toxic individual. But you know what? The thing that gives you an ego, yeah? People that, when you give you an ego, because when you win and you become good and you become known, right? When you become known, that is the level because people know who you are. They see a gamer tag join the game like the Laggy King, yeah? The Laggy King. You know, King Pot Noodle, yeah? Some troll names. We would sit in fucking lobbies, yeah? We would sit in lobbies with an Xbox controller like this, and we'd be like, "We got a game, we got a game, we got a game. Yo, get in here, quick before he leaves, quick, get in here before he leaves." Like, bah, 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 flashing the ready symbol, yeah. And the amount of people that would just sit there and press the Xbox button, and they would scroll across, and they'd be like, "Recent players," and they'd be like, "Orville." They'd be like, "Oh no, we're not playing this guy. We're backing out, right? We're backing out." So the guys that you used to play against were like Yaffa. You know, Yaffa was sick. You know, it was good always playing against them, yeah. You know, you used to play against some good squads, right? ACV, we played against ACV. I made like fucking 5-6 squads because I just used to make an Xbox account, pay for a month's membership, jump it in the account, leave it in the squad, and keep the squad there. And I was like, look, if we ever need to go back to the squad's there. Like, we can go back to it, right? We had 0 impact. Yeah, that was another squad that I made. 0 impact. Used to use the symbol with the 2 swords and the like mask on the game. Yeah. I think Mobius gave me that emblem, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna rock it in the squad. So it was like that was the squad fucking thing, and then the squad camo was like some orange and green gradient, which was, you know, it was bad boy camo. But to hold the title of the most hated player, I don't give a fuck. I'll take the title of the most hated player on chromehounds, yeah? As simple as that, because I was such a sweat at this game, yeah? Like, even to recently, like, yet the other day, I was like, yo, can you even buy shares in Sega, right? Like, I'm a fucking OG on the stock market. Like, I make so much money on the stock market, it's just fucking stupid. Like, if you don't even do American stocks, like, you're a fucking noob. Like, the amount of money you get is incredible. Right, that you can make off Americans and stocks. Like, you wait for things to drop, you buy it, boom, you know, you sell it, you get like £200-400 off a stock within a fucking day. Like, do you know what I mean? You can make 400 quid in a day on the stock market. Like, it's so good. Like, you literally, all you just need to do is know what you're doing. Now, I'm not gonna fucking make videos on stock market and, you know, be one of these guys that does like these fucking trading videos and that. I'm not about that. I'd rather make my fucking own money in private. I'm not bothered. But I was like, I didn't see the ability of making the videos of, you know, like, you can buy Sega, right? You can buy Sega stock. So I'm going to buy a big massive share in Sega stock. And I'm just going to fucking be one of them vote holders, right? What should we do next? Yo, fuck your Sonic games. Make a chromehounds 2, yeah? Fuck these guys trying to, like, make the game back online, you know, and bring it back. Realistically, it's going to... These guys are wasting their time and they're not getting paid for it. They can't take donations as, you know, the game is not owned by them. It's, you know, it's something that, you know, people desire to play. So if you desire to play the game, buy the Sammy Sega, yeah? Sammy Sega. That's the company that Sega is owned by Sammy Sega, right? So buy a fuckload of shares in Sammy Sega. Like, chuck 100 grand in, yeah? Chuck 100 grand in. You know, if you've got that kind of money, you know, I can put liquid money like that in. It's not fucking, don't matter, right? But put the fucking money in, buy the shares, and then sit there. And, you know, I bought, like, shares in Nintendo, and fuck me, I'm making money on that. Like, I made a shitload of money on that, right? But buy Sammy Sega and literally just fucking sit there for a chromehounds 2. Because, you know, these guys trying to make this on emulator, I'm not being funny, but there's going to be too many, there's a lot of bugs on this shit, right? There's a lot of bugs, right? The maps will probably bug. You know, you can't put everything in the same, you can't put 100 maps in the same thing. It's difficult, right? These guys are wasting their time, they're not getting paid for it, you know, they're not receiving any money from doing this, right? So, these guys are wasting a lot of their time and their life just to get, you know, a game that Sega like kind of disregarded as like, yo, fuck this game, we'll just turn it off, like it's shit. But it's not shit. It's one of the best designed games that will ever exist today. The idea of moving the guns to allow a certain system of firing, right? To fire, to flip the gun, to shoot at an incredible fucking velocity, yeah? It's fantastic. You know, it's an amazing game, yeah? But with winning, they becomes haters. When you win a lot, people can hate you. And when you win a lot, in this with where the ability to ban, they can kick you off. So let's say, for example, you drop somebody's base 100 times. You drop someone's base 100 times, right? You fucking fight them, you base range them, you go on a different map, you fucking base range them, you range them on a map that they've never been ranged on before, right? You know, you run a wheelie hard, you run a pile hard, you pile their base, you fucking blow their base up. There's people that are going to get mad. And when that happens, it's all going to start all over again. Rivalries, people don't like each other, people will kick each other from lobbies. That is just the way it's going to be. And it's a competitive fucking system. So, anybody, you know, that should run a chromehounds 2 as Sega Corporation, yeah? Buy just Sega Corp, yeah? Buy Sammy Sega, right? Just buy Sammy Sega, hold the voting right, you know. Like I can remember when eBay banned me off eBay, you know, a few years back. I got back on eBay, I got off the hardest ban on eBay. I bought shares in the company, right? Do you know, it's fucking joke, it's hilarious, right? I got off the hardest ban that exists. The videos are on YouTube, you can look them up, right? But anyway, thanks for watching my video. I wanted to give you the story about how I played against Gitsom and he used to fucking hate me and I never used to play free battles. You know, this is kind of just a video that you get when you win. When you win, people don't like you, you know, they kick you off the game, blah de blah. Now, I'm going to go do whatever I like to do normally. I'm not really fucking bothered at playing this right now. I don't care. It's, you know, I had a legacy on this, right? I really did. I really fucking did. Like, it was such a fucking joke couple of years that this was on. But I wouldn't, if I was sitting there wasting all my time, like, sweating this game for the next, say, 10 years, I would have never got to the position in financial, like, wealth that I did since the time of this game being on, right? I would have never probably done it. So, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.